Garrett Blevins here with day 3 of week 7, the week I'm calling Hell Week. This is high intensity, high volume week to produce overreaching and hopefully a super compensation of strength stimulus in reaction to it that will allow for a peak performance during meet week. In the past couple meets that I've been to, there's been some good and some bad, so I'm hoping to try to get down a system that works pretty well so I can peak on time. Today I lifted 635 for 4 sets of 3. This was an old 3-rep PR that I set earlier in the cycle, and so I definitely feel that I've been making progress and getting my form more consistent. It was, however, very painful, primarily going without straps. I've just got to figure out a way to get my hands tougher. I need to manage my calluses a little better, and there are a few things I can do for that. Primarily, one of the best ways that I will manage my calluses is I'll file them down, and this has been advised me by a few people. If your calluses get too fat and too meaty, then if the bar rolls at all, it really can dig into your calluses and start to tear them out. And so that's something you should avoid it as much as you can, because if your hands are all torn up, your grip strength is definitely going to be lagging behind. On the other side, though, you can't always protect your hands using straps, or else you're not going to build that grip strength. Also, using a bar that has kind of a mid-grain, the knurl isn't as extreme on it as helpful. This Texas Power Bar is pretty grainy, and so it tears up my hands pretty good. But was able to get through without using straps. Normally I would do block pulls and I would increase the weight, but since competition is coming up, I decided earlier in the week to just always keep my assistance work as the main movement itself. So I didn't do high bar squats, I did only low bar, all competition bench with regular grip width today for the main work. And here you see some pulls from the floor. This may be one of the first times I've actually gone from the floor with straps and felt comfortable on sumo. I can get down in blocks pretty good, but it's just a totally different setup when you have to use straps. But moved it down to 565 for the assistance work, again 4 sets of 3. Overall this week I had a little bit less than the total volume for the previous week. However, most of the volume this week was from the main barbell movements themselves. And so as far as volume from intensity, meaning the percentage of my 1 rep max used, and from barbell movements themselves, there's very little cable work. This day, for example, I did no cable work and was still over 30,000 pounds of volume, just under 20,000 pounds of deadlifting alone. The rest came from some rows and also from this floor press work that I did. I just worked up to a 1 heavy triple this day on floor press. Again, I was still fatigued from the bench day, which was 2 days before. But was pretty happy to get through this week, and I'm looking forward to the next week. I'll be doing 2 sets of 3 instead of 4 sets of 3 on all the exercises, and be upping the weight a little bit. Continuing on with the temptations of Jesus, here from Matthew 4. The third temptation is for Jesus to circumvent his path of suffering and the trials that he is going to go through, specifically leading up to his death, which is the mission that he was sent on. To show us how power is truly to be understood and to show us the love of God. He's tempted here to circumvent that path of pain and suffering and take the easy way that Satan offers to give him all of the kingdoms of the world if he will just bow down and worship him. And Jesus responds to this that you worship and serve the Lord your God only, and that even though there are easy ways and shortcuts that can be utilized in life, even in powerlifting, I think there are ways that you can cheat, you can move forward faster than others. That this is not the way that I see a Christian would act. And it's important for me to pattern the behavior where I serve God properly and do not take the easy road or use deception to achieve my goals. Hope wherever you're at, you're all doing well. Blessings.